Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to detail the story of how two deadly murders led to a mother losing both of her sons. Oakland in the 2000s was reaching hundreds of murders, with years like 2006 reaching 148 murders. But the 2010s in Oakland, the murder rate would decrease, but still have devastating shootings and many tragedies with many people losing their lives. In 2012, Oakland had 135 murders. In 2013, 92, and by 2014, 81, which is a big difference with a lot of less murders, which is a great thing for the city, but for some Oakland residents. But those 81 murders in 2014 in Oakland will truly affect some people, like a mother named Danielle New, who had two sons, her oldest son being 19-year-old Lamar Broussard, and her youngest, 13-year-old Lee Weatherspoon, the third, those being her two only kids. Just before 9:30 p.m. on December 31st, 2013, 13-year-old Lee Weatherspoon III was gunned down a few blocks from his home in the 1400 block of 104th Avenue near Walnut Street. Surveillance video turned over to Oakland police showed Lee walking down the street. He was walking home from a bus stop, but he usually called his mom to pick him up, but this time, his cell phone battery had died. On the video, you can see a gunman approach him. Lee's mother, Danielle New, was at home watching local news of the aftermath of another shooting in her neighborhood. The news report showed a video of a gurney being loaded into an ambulance with the on-screen graphic, "Teen shot." Danielle's seen it 100 of times, just another kid shot in Oakland, nothing new. But hours later, Danielle rushed to the hospital with her oldest son Lamar, where she was called to identify Lee's body. She looked up at a television in her waiting room and saw the local news report again, but this time, it hit her. It was Lee in that news report, his body being loaded into an ambulance, but Lee was just 13 years old. Lee was a popular student who played basketball and was a drummer in his school band. He had been coming back from a party at the Boys and Girls Club of Oakland. He became Oakland's first homicide victim of 2014, with him being pronounced dead on New Year's.
Oakland is also investigating its first homicide of the year, which has struck a nerve and angered a community. A 13-year-old boy gunned down just blocks from his home as he was returning from an event at the Boys and Girls Club. At this time, police have no suspects. NBC Bay Area Cheryl Hurd is live in Oakland with a call for action from the community. Cheryl.
Well, Janelle, there's a community tonight angry and feeling helpless. And a mother can't believe that she will be burying her 13-year-old son. And there's a community tonight vowing to put an end to gun violence.
Stop the violence! Stop the violence!
Stop the violence was the theme for tonight.
After losing Lee, Danielle wanted to get back into routine, back to her career as a caseworker for the homeless, but she was too exhausted with grief after losing her young son. Fearing for her oldest son's safety, Danielle asked Lamar to leave Oakland, but he refused, saying he was good and he wasn't going anywhere. Then 3 days after Lee's funeral, on January 19th, Danielle asked Lamar to run an errand for her to pay her cell phone bill. He was 2 blocks away from their home. Danielle started to receive multiple phone calls from several friends stating that it was a shootout a few blocks away from her house. Danielle ran towards the corner of her street and spotted the yellow police tape. 2:20 p.m., Lamar and a 19-year-old friend named Derek Harris were shot and killed while riding in Lamar's Audi near the corner of 100 and Longfellow Avenue. People said they were ambushed by someone who opened fire from another car. Danielle would say she seen her son's car shot up and just broke down crying. She said she couldn't approach the car, but she can see from 20 yards away exactly what happened. Danielle said the suspect stood on top of a car and just shot into her son's car, taking his life and also his friend Derek. In 19 days, Danielle went from a mother of 2 to both of her sons being dead due to gun violence.
You guys, no street justice, please. I want to see them in court. I want to be able to sit in court every day. And so does Tamika, too. Tamika wants to be able to see them because they ambushed them 2 little kids. They ambushed them. They ambushed them. They ambushed Lee. How can you shoot a 13-year-old that many times? I can imagine my baby saying, I'm only 13. I'm only 13. This is not bad. That's messed up. What am I supposed to do as a mother? I mean, I have my family, but I don't have none of my kids no more. None at all. At all.
Sketches and descriptions of Lamar and Derek's killers and their car would later come out, but no one would be caught for this. Many in the Oakland community will be active and supporting Danielle, trying to bring justice for both of her sons and supporting by making GoFundMes and putting up reward money, trying to find their killers, but no one was ever caught in both shootings. Danielle has still kept her son's names alive and has talked about them on numerous platforms and various activities in the community. 3 young men lost their lives from both of these shootings. RIP to all 3. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.